They're not restaurant style by any means, but you know, I can say that I have now officially made our own homemade dumplings from scratch. We are James and Keli, and we are currently living in Shanghai, China. It is our 26th day of lockdown, and if you want to see what it has been like, make sure to click the link in the description after this video. But for now, enjoy our attempt at making homemade dumplings.
Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm James.
And I'm Keli. And we're currently on day 8 of our lockdown here in Shanghai. We're really wanting some jiaozi, so we're going to use the few ingredients that we have to make our own.
Yes, today we'll be making jiaozi for lunch, and we are just able to use the things that we have at home, which includes some green cabbage, eggs, carrots, celery, and we also have some dough resting right here.
I went ahead and prepped the dough this morning. All I needed was flour, salt, and warm water. So that had to sit for 45 minutes, so we've already taken a step out. But now we need to start cutting up our vegetables to start making the filling. Let's get started. So the recipe that we're using is online, and we're going to steam the dumplings today. It says just rough chops on everything because we'll put it into a food processor. We've now cut all of our vegetables. I am going to go ahead and wash these one more time before we start doing the filling, while James starts to work on the bread. Or not the bread.
Dough.
He's gonna start working on the dough.
All right, make the dough. We have now moved into our kitchen where our stove is, and we're going to start cooking the filling.
Yes, so we do not have all of the spices that the recipe calls for, so we're just going to use our own. We have chili flakes, onion powder, garlic powder, salt and pepper. I think that's going to be good enough.
I think that'll make a pretty good filling.
Yeah.
Pretty tasty filling. After we cook it, we'll have to put it in a food processor.
Pulse it a little bit.
And then we get to stuff the dumplings.
Yay! So let's start our cooking. Gonna waste first olive oil.
Pretty good.
Soy sauce. I've now moved back into the dining room, and I'm going to start working on rolling out our dumpling wraps. We don't have a rolling pin, we just have this for the blending. I think it'll be fine. It'll work. I think this is fine. I think this is good. Alright, one down. So I didn't realize you're supposed to actually turn this into a ball before doing that. That's alright. I think mine was working out pretty well. It didn't come out with a perfect circle, but I made it flat. While James rolls out the dough, I'm going to start working on filling the dumplings. So I think we have a lot more filling than we have dumplings, but good. Yep. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Oh boy, this is more like a taco. What the frick? Huh? Just so we all know, this is not going well.
2 hours later.
Okay. Finally, I've made it to my last dumpling. This has definitely helped make it better. We have a lot of filling left, so this is definitely going to be some sort of topping that we will eat later, because this is a lot. And our dumplings cannot hold very much at all. Okay. This is as good as it's gonna get. Now it's time to go and boil them. So as the water boils, I wanted to give you a few little tips that we have learned when trying to make these. Do not overstuff your dumplings because they are going to fall apart very easily. Okay, this one did pretty well, which is good. This one is probably my best one. This one shouldn't fall apart. I'm gonna be pretty excited about that. But yeah, and then also try not to get it too liquidy, because if it's too liquidy, it just mushes the dough and it pretty much just falls apart completely. And then also, my last little tip would probably be do not let the dough dry out, because once it starts to dry out, it's very hard to separate it. But you know, for our first ever attempt at homemade dumplings, I would say that they came out pretty. They're not restaurant style by any means, but you know, I can say that I have now officially made our own homemade dumplings from scratch, which is pretty cool. I can say that. Might as well, while it's starting to boil, I should probably start making our dipping sauce. So let's get out the handy dandy recipe. And perfect. Let's take a look at our first batch. There we go. It's boiling away. James, tell us what we got.
Got our first bowl of dumplings. They actually look
Pretty good. I mean, for our first time ever making dumplings,
with no help from anyone who's ever made dumplings before, I think we killed it.
yeah, we even did our dough by scratch. We didn't even use any dumpling paper, so that is a win. And it's gonna be a real good win once we try these and they taste amazing.
4 hours later.
We've been cooking since 11 o'clock this morning for these dumplings. It is now almost 3 o'clock and we are starving. It's now to try our first bite at our homemade dumplings. They actually turned out really well.
Some of them came together pretty well, but we don't know how they taste yet, so let's dig in.
We know the filling was good, so let's just see how the bread came out.
We got our homemade spicy sauce. Quite chewy.
Yeah.
Mmm.
About good.
I think our dough is a little bit too thick.
Yeah, I think we messed up on the dough. But that's been pretty good for our first try.
Not bad.
Yeah. I've had worse dumplings delivered to my house before. That's a compliment. Let's put this like in the middle.
These are a close second though.
Close second to worse. Definitely. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Look at that. Yeah. Don't let the dough sit for too long.
Yeah.
So bad. Are you gonna take a look?
We're gonna get so many comments about how.
Also, we know that we did a terrible job. I mean, first time ever making this by ourselves, so. You'll never know.
They're edible.
Yep. We're not gonna get sick. So we have finished up almost all of our dumplings. I have three left I'm gonna finish up. But we are going to go ahead and
End our
end
video.
the video here.
This was our attempt at making dumplings. It might have been a big fail, but
It wasn't a fail because we can still eat them.
yes, they were edible. And
we have a bunch of filling left over, so maybe we could try again tomorrow.
yeah, I think we learned a lot. I think we're ready to go back at it. Do better next time.
In a week. Check back in a week. Maybe we'll try it again. But thank you so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed making dumplings with us for the first time. And if you did, make sure to give this video a like, subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye!
Bye.